Kev, are you ready for Summerfest?
I thought Raw was awful. I hated every minute of it, actually.
You know what?
Why we got some hair weave midget to host the show? Talentless, about as talentless as Tom Cruise is. I put him in the same category: fake tan, fake hair, shoe lifts, bad acting. He's probably a Scientologist. Jeremy Piven, the luckiest man going. 12 years ago, he was playing George Costanza on a Seinfeld episode when he, is without his hair, which is what he really looks like. And you get a spray tan, go to the gym, lose some weight, put shoe lifts in, and you got a new career. Hollywood's very forgiving.
It don't sound like too bad of an idea. I think you may have to try it. There's 62 people in the chat room right now. A lot of people say that you sound awfully thrilled of tonight's episode of Raw. You know what? I hated Raw tonight. For anybody out there that followed, maybe 6 of you, the Jeremy Piven interviews on Opie and Anthony and on other outlets, he did not mention WWE once. The only place where he mentioned WWE at all was Twitter. And for anybody out there that were asking, and I know people were, how come, he's doing this segment on Raw and he don't want to plug it and he doesn't talk about it? Well, the fact that he called SummerSlam Summerfest pretty much gives everybody an idea why he did not talk about WWE on any interviews. He doesn't know what the fuck WWE is all about. He does not follow wrestling. And I got to tell you, I do not mean this in any prejudiced way whatsoever. It could have been a white guy. Could have been a white girl. It could have been Jenna Maraska. It could have been fucking Scotty Too Hotty. I don't care. But I hated Raw from 9 o'clock until 11:07. And then my favorite part of Raw was 11:08, where they threw that Japanese guy outside the ring.
And who was that little fruit?
He fucking landed and legit hit his head against the back. Now, I don't wish injury on anyone.
What a little douchebag. Is that moron on Entourage? First of all, I hate Entourage. I hate Kevin Dillon. I hate Kevin Conley. I hate all those douchebags on the show. It's all a bunch of scrub B actors. I hate that show. I absolutely hate it. I watched it once. I couldn't even get through it.
Chink
the worst show HBO's ever put on.
I'm going to call him. Can I call him Jap Swoggle for tonight?
Awful.
Jap Swoggle. He landed legit on the back of his head.
I wouldn't watch Entourage if you put a gun to my family's head and pulled the trigger. Seriously. That's how much I hate Entourage.
You know what? I watched that little, Japanese guy running around, doing this shit with the Miz, and I'm saying to myself, targeted with kids. When someone talks and you interrupt them, just not like the show, but when you talk and somebody goes, and then you try to talk again, like 5th grade shit. That's basically what we had tonight. And I'm watching this and I'm saying to myself, how in the blue hell can someone like that actually get any type of work in Hollywood? For the life of me, I don't know what talent he is. I really don't know. People thought.
You know what it is, and this is honesty. This isn't prejudicial statement. Hollywood likes it when you fag it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They like it when you fag it up. They like it when straight guys do it. They like it. You know what I mean? They like when you fag it up. It's all hysterical. When anybody does some gay impersonation, and it has to be, of course, someone who's in the clique. It can't be an outsider.
Yeah.
If somebody conservative does it, it's offensive. But they love when you fag it up. I mean, they absolutely do. Unfortunately, most of America does not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well.
And most gay people don't like when you fag it up. I know gay guys who are like, oh, God, what a fag. So, I mean, it's not funny. You're supposed to appeal to kids. I don't get what the appeal of a guy sucking on like a pacifier and hold on to
it's sexy when a girl does it.
Falling between John Cena's legs what is that supposed to be doing?
It was horrible.
I didn't get the comedic part of it. I didn't get the the PG part of it for the kids. I didn't get it.
And go figure, Chavo.
And who is he?
He fucks up Chavo by putting him in a match with Mark Henry, and then Chavo's a hand-picked partner, so, lumberjack at the end of the night. I couldn't understand it either.
Raw is an awful show right now. It was okay last week with Shaq, but right now Raw is in big trouble. They're not a very good show at all. This is not what Monday Night Raw used to be. This
No.
is probably the worst period for Raw right now. And, Triple H threatening us with Shawn Michaels' return. I mean, God. Ugh.
Yeah, it's
Get
more.
DX again.
Yep. And you remember they were going to just do DX on the house show circuit, and it just is, they
I want to see that about as much as I want to see the New Age Outlaws back together again.
Yeah.
Which is zero.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. It's funny. We got a lot of emails. I sent you a majority of them. And, Deputy D sent us an email asking if WWE is misusing Randy Orton and Legacy. And he says it seems like all, they do with him is, he gets his ass kicked in a match and then they cheat. And, you just keep having Randy Orton over and over again. Then I get another email earlier in the week by this guy, Tom, and he did a little bit of research as far as when Randy Orton first won his heavyweight title, ironically, 5 years ago already. I can't believe it's that long. But ever since Randy Orton won the heavyweight title, SummerSlam 2005, I think this is going to pretty much blow you away. There have been, between John Cena, Randy Orton, and Triple H, since Randy Orton won the title 5 years ago, there have been 25 pay-per-view matches featuring a combination of those three interacting with each other. But for example, Triple H versus Randy Orton, Triple H versus Cena, Cena versus Randy Orton, Cena versus... You know what I mean? 24 or 25 pay-per-view matches between those three guys ever since he won the title. And it's miserable. I honestly, people, it's getting to the point where, it's getting very difficult to watch these shows. I mean, TNA is a lost cause right now. Raw is very difficult. ECW is okay. I have no complaints about ECW. I think the problem is that, when you see a rating of a 1-2 or a 1-3, let's face it, as great as ECW is, a lot of you listeners aren't watching it. So it's very hard to dedicate a show just for SmackDown, just for ECW. We could always talk about, other shit, but it's just getting very, very much unbearable. It's terrible. Tonight's episode of Raw was just horrible. And explain to me, I mean, legend, I'm sure the fans are going to eat it up. But if you're in Canada next week, why are you putting Sergeant Slaughter as the guest host?
What a disaster that is. I mean, just like I said, they take one step forward with Shaq, and 2 steps back, now 3 steps back. I mean, they're like the Mets. I mean, like I said, I make these equations all the time. It's like the Mets. They were on a roll, now they're back to shit. Now back to 7 games on the 500. It's the same thing with Raw. It just gets worse and worse. Next week will be probably the all-time lowest ratings because, no offense to the Canadians, when they're in Canada, it's just a disaster. As far they cheer for Santino Marella, and they're not putting anybody else over who's like even talented. Canada I never got anyway since they like Hulk Hogan.
It's funny you say Santino Marella.
And Sergeant Slaughter has never been over in Canada. I don't get it. And now there's a bunch of high-profile people who've turned down doing Raw.
Yeah,
I think word is out that it's a shit show. And, I think word is out that it's a shit show. And let's face it, this movie, The Goods, is a shit movie. It's not going to do any business. This guy's not box office. Like I said, you might as well put Tony Shalhoub in there.
Yeah, right. Well, you know what? I'm going to make a prediction, people. When you have I don't even bite my tongue. I don't even want to call him a celebrity. When you got this Pivot guy or whatever his name is, calling SummerSlam Summerfest, and then you got the chick.
Kid, he's 46 years old.
Yeah, oh my God. Then you got
Jeremy Piven was in Risky Business.
Jeremy Piven is 46 years old?
He's in Risky Business.
He's older than Triple H?
Movie debut.
Wow.
Jeremy Piven debuted in 1983 in Risky Business.
So he's 46 trying to act 25.
He was a side actor in Risky Business.
Wow.